All right, let's get into it, shall we? There you go. And at least this time, my refresh rate is back to 165. I don't know why it was 60 hertz last time, but whatever. My first day of school is finally here. Although, considering I just arrived yesterday, finally might be a bit much. Being nervous on your first day is at a new school is probably a global phenomenon. Well, considering that everyone else in the everywhere else in the globe is destroyed, I guess you can't call it global anymore. Although having a few friendly faces in the crowd should help, I hope.
皆さん、おはようございます。今日も天気が良く何よりですね。
You know, look, all I'm gonna say is if everyone had Sister Lily's design, this this visual novel would have looked like it came out of 2008. Forget 2018. This would have looked like a 2008 visual novel. Even knowing Sister Lily was our homeroom teacher, I'm still surprised by her. By where I find myself. I'm not sure what to make of this school, but it seems customary to gather in the campus chapel upon arriving on campus, as if for church services. Also, Dexter, you still haven't said whether you agree or disagree to that statement. Look, you're the expert, alright? I'm just stating... shit, alright? I need to know if I'm right. What statement? That Sister Lily looks like she came out of an early 2000s visual novel. She's got the Higurashi art style.
すでに聞いている方もいるかもしれませんが、本日は皆さんにお伝えすることがあります。
There's about 100 students gathered in the auditorium. From what I can tell, it seems like a school-wide assembly. Very different from the usual stand in front of the room and introduce yourself affair.
シュウさん、来ていただけますか?
I mean, if this VN came out in 2008 and everyone was wearing her clothes, it would definitely be a new gay. Okay, that's not what I was saying. I'm talking about her design. Also, why do I feel like she'd look better with glasses? I don't know. It feels like her face is missing something. Huh? Just picture her with glasses, right? Thoughts? Coming. I stutter in my nervousness. It looks like she'll be introducing me to the student body today instead of reading verses from her Bible. It takes away from the face. Well, there's not much to take away from. I'm not really that big of a deal, is what I want to say, but I have no choice here. It's just a self-introduction. Play it safe. Don't say anything dumb and you'll be fine.
ご紹介します。今日から2年リンゴ組に転入なさいますシュウさんです。
And I wear glasses, so that might be why as well. I see. So, because you wear glasses, you understand how shit glasses are to wear. That's me. I'm looking forward to getting to know you all. Also, what could I say? What shouldn't I say? Fancy students are so exotic, but by their very nature, that kids will talk no matter what. Okay, I was gonna say not to talk about how you're an outsider, but he just did it anyway. I came from outside the Aurora. I'm still working on getting adjusted to the customs here, and I'm looking forward to learning more. The students suddenly burst into excited chatter. What? A natural reaction, considering even joking about crossing the Aurora is forbidden. But what if I've managed to start off on the wrong foot? Still, this is why I'm telling you not to... Look, if you're gonna say anything, just say, you have amnesia, right? And... yeah, that... what else? Not much. Just don't say you're from the outside until someone... yeah. Wait, what? I just don't like glasses. Leave the face free of dirt. Okay. I'm not gonna read that last one. It didn't feel right to keep secrets from my potential future friends. It's not that big of a deal. What? It's not like it's not like it's a bombshell. It's gonna destroy your relationship with your friends if they find out after the fact that you're from the outside.
見ろ見ろ、あれがわざわざ外から招待した私の専属俳優だ。リリー先生に怒られますよ、キリエ先輩。
Kyrie's words echo out from the midst of the fray, but there's no way I can react appropriately being center stage on the altar. You know the worst part? This room is essentially made to be as echoey as all fuck. So, like, even the slightest sound can be heard from across the room. And Kyrie, shouting like that? Yeah. That's why I've already forgotten whatever it is I wanted to say. However, the perfect closer suddenly springs to mind. Almost like a revelation. Oh, like the Bible. I want to fully immerse myself in the culture and values of this town and the people in it. I know having an outsider living among us, isn't something that happens every day. However, I hope you can look past that and accept me as one of you. How odd. The words flow easily from my lips, as if they'd been waiting in the wings for the moment in the spotlight. The moment of the spotlight. There'll be moments where I'll say strange words or ideas, but I promise this goes both ways. Yeah, your words will also be strange to me. With that said, I'd love to be able to share knowledge on things that you might be unaware of. You say this like you don't have amnesia, so you don't remember anything from the outside other than phone and backpack. I think it would be wonderful if we could all work together to make this town flourish. I sound like some sort of foreign ambassador. Yeah, you do. None of it seemed like what I would say. None of it seemed like what I would say, although it came from my mouth. Sorry for rambling. That's all I have to say. In short, keep it short and simple. You've already surpassed the length. Okay. I hope we can all be friends. I look forward to the days ahead. Oh God, I can't even pronounce it. An inhabitant from another world, a visitor from a foreign land. As the only foreign specimen in this town, don't call yourself a specimen, alright? In this town, the best thing I can possibly do is blend in as much as possible. Well, telling everyone you're from the outside isn't gonna allow you to blend in, is it? What? Yeah, one of the most echoey structures to exist. Hearing Kyrie's overloaded chutzpah. I did not expect that word. When I'm drowning in awkwardness, cheers me up, although I'd never tell her.
では、これにて朝の礼拝を終わります。 おのおの教室に戻るよう
Thus ends my academic debut, or rather, the new student rite of passage. Wow, that was embarrassing.
それにしてもなかなか立派な挨拶だったな。
Thanks.
だな。もしかして前の晩からちゃんと考えてたとか
No, I stepped up onto the altar, and the words just came to me. Pretty lucky, huh? I'd only planned on saying a couple words, but the next thing I knew, I was reciting a whole novel. Yeah, bro was yapping. He was yapping up a storm. It was like I'd happened upon a cheat sheet tucked away inside my brain. Ah, what the fuck? It's literally been fucking 11 minutes, bro. Ah, fucking. Fuck this bullshit. What'd you say? I couldn't hear you over the static.
降りてきたか。いいな。週にはミューズがついてんのかもな。
お前んとこにも降りてきたぞ。ほら雲。
頭に乗せようとすんな。
ユネじゃああはいかないな。緊張しいだから噛んでと思ってトンチンカンのしゃべりを。
I don't know.
キリエ、何人の悪口言ってんの？聞こえてるんだからね。
Skill issue.
向こうで先生の手伝いしてたんじゃなかったのかよ。
Yeah, that was just a front, you know. Yune wasn't actually helping. She was just standing outside with her ear against the door until you said something bad about her.
私の名前が聞こえたから飛んできた。
Ow.
相変わらず地獄耳だな、ユネは。
Okay, look, surely I wasn't right.
でも確かに良かったよ。週の挨拶。ちょっと感動しちゃった。
I guess it was kind of impressive. I meant what I said, though. I want to know more about this town. I want to be friends with everyone here. I know I just arrived the day before, but that's honestly what I want. I didn't touch you, Yune. I touched Kyrie. Okay. What? Anyway. I read this. By the way, is everyone in the same class?
あたしらこそが花の2年リンゴ組。イメージカラーは赤。
That's expected. It sounds like Kyrie and Yuji are in my class as well, along with Yune. I'm grateful for the reassurance of having this many friends with me. Oh, Kyrie jump scare. Sakuya is a grade below, and Kotoha and Gido are a grade above.
んだな。昨夜は1年のオリーブ組。琴音とギドはペガサス組だ。
Pegasus? Never mind.
どうした？
It's just... Aren't classes normally just numbered, like class 1 or class 2?
数字なんか味気ないだろ。紛らわしいし。
Do they really sound that confusing? Holy giant Steam notification. How about A class and B class then? Not that I don't get it, but I can't shake how odd it sounds. It almost seems childish. Sounds like something from a backwoods school in the middle of nowhere, completely different from what I'm used to. I mean, yeah, you're literally in a different world, basically. I said that when Yune said she was touched by Shu's speech. Oh, okay. Considering most of what they know about the outside world is through works of art, I'll have to slowly ease my way into the town's unique eccentricities. Singular.
チャイムだ。アトリエ行かなくちゃ。
I'm glad that the chime of the bell is the same as it normally is in Japanese schools. The Atelier, that's a game. Atelier Rise, you know. Oh wait, no, you're in a different world.
1時間目は彫刻なんだよ。
Right. You mean like fine art sculpture?
そりゃまあ。
He looks at me like the answer's obvious.
2時間目は人物画、3時間目は風景画、4時間目は版画。
Of course, everything is related to painting and is related to art. It's all art related. That's what I'm saying.
そりゃ授業だからな。
外の世界じゃ学校でそれ以外のことを習うの？不思議かも。
Is it? Yune, as always, helped me out by explaining what should be obvious. That she can practically explain something that's clearly common knowledge to the people of the town shows how kind she truly is. Everyone here studies the same subjects. So then how did you learn how to speak Japanese? How did you learn about different... actually, no. You didn't learn about different countries. You learned about different... You learned about different artists. And then learned that they're from different countries. It sounds like the people here value the fine arts more than I originally thought. Oh, yeah, I should have realized. With how focused the students are on the arts, the academy sounds more like an art institute, considering that a literal unit of measurement is based off of a sculpture from the Renaissance. Of course they're so focused on art. What about periods 5 and 6 then?
5時間目なんてないぜ。4時間目で終わりだよ。
Huh? Hang on a minute, bro. That's crazy. You're joking.
そんなに勉強してどうすんだよ。昼食い終わったら放課後は自由だろ普通。
I didn't get any Amazing Grace VN in today, unfortunately. Well, skill issue.
って言っても、みんな自分の作品作りに時間を当ててるけどね。
Right. All that worrying over my lack of memories of my own schooling was clearly for nothing. However, this level of specialization is perhaps just as nerve-wracking.
私は映像の授業が好きなんだけど、週に1回しかねえんだよな。
Right. So why can't film class be 5th period or something, right? Really? 4 periods? I'm a lot farther than you are, fortunately. Yes, I know. You're in a route. I have to admit, I'm not really much of an artist.
そんなやつザラにいるって。とりあえずアトリエまで行こうぜ。
そうだね。青ざめなくても、困ったら俳優をやればいいんだからよ。
True. That's what I want. For the first time, Kyrie's invitation to join her film crew sounds pretty tempting. Hang on a minute.
本日最初の授業は彫刻ということで、皆さん前回はどこまで進みましたか？
Okay, shut the fuck up. Okay, hang on a minute. So, it's each subject is based off of an specific art form, right? And then there's film class. But is there opera? Because here's the thing. You've got stage plays, right? Which is what the acting is for. So surely there's opera or something similar to that. Your question will be answered shortly, hopefully today. Okay.
なんもできてねえじゃねえか。
自由制作であれば問題はありませんが、これは授業なので最低限の足並みは揃えましょうね。ああ、シュウさんはもちろん構いませんよ。まずは見学ということで。
Thanks. You're a bit too close, Sister Lily. I felt completely overwhelmed. Students are gathered together in the atelier, along with the sculptures. You just got what looks like an angel. It's elaborately carved. Yune's working on an incomplete yet still it's still impressive statue of a woman. A bust, maybe. Everyone else's pieces are just as... Wait. One of these is not like the others. This is not your average art class. The sculptures surrounding me are far beyond my own paltry ability. Yeah, I knew she was gonna struggle.
そんなジロジロ見られたら恥ずかしいってば。下手っぴなのに。
Are you serious? Are you going to make Ando bust? Okay. Her not very good sculpture wouldn't look out of place on display in an art gallery. The bar here is set way too high.
何作ろっかな。全然思い浮かばねえんだよな。
Well, you're not drawing, Kyrie, you're sculpting. Never mind. Kyrie is the only one without an art piece. If there's one person I can always count on, it's her. Still clearly undecided on what to make. Is it possible that she's not nearly as talented as the rest of the class? To be honest, I feel like Kyrie is just indecisive. I don't think she's untalented.
そんなジロジロ見るなよ。美人だからって。
絶対違うと思う。
では皆さんは制作に。わからないことがあれば聞いてください。シュウさんは自由に歩き回ってもらっていいので、まずは雰囲気をつかんでもらえますか？
Okay.
皆さんもシュウさんに見られて恥ずかしくないものを作ってくださいね。
So, after seeing everyone's sculptures, I'm doomed. It's Jova. There's so much creativity here. I've got absolutely no chance of fitting in. Of ever fitting in. Considering Yune's masterpiece is apparently not very good, clearly this is not your average art class. A fine art school is in a fine arts town. It's definitely something. There still might be hope for me yet.
できたー！超早技だぜ！
Okay, never mind. You're all done, Kyrie? As I thought, the only exception is Kyrie. Not only did she rush the production, but she designed it all on the fly without finalizing anything beforehand. Oh god, if that's what she's like with sculpting, how's she like with film? Actually, no. I already know what she's like with filmmaking. She has zero pre-production. Bro does not have a script. I don't know what I expected in her sculpting. Oh, please God, let it be a disaster piece. Actually, considering that she has no script, her not having a script doesn't mean that she can't make good films. I'm still 50-50. She could be talented, she could be a fucking prodigy, and just be good at everything without needing to plan anything, or she's dog shit. I know I'm an awful friend, but the only way I'm going to make it is by having someone as horrible as me by my side. And considering this is how she was thinking, right? I don't have any hopes for him.
見せてやるよ。ほれ、5秒で作った。
I'm still 50-50 because of how Kyrie is reacting. How Kyrie is talking about it sounds like he's gonna be out of dog shit. But then it would validate Shu's opinion. I don't know who to pick. And then I had the biggest shock of my life. I told you she was gonna be fucking Butt Stallion.
いやー、さっぱりインスピレーションがわかんで参った。ま、適当に作ったんじゃこんなもんだよな。
So she made a Hans. Huh?
シュ、初めて見る顔してる。
All the color has drained from his face, and he is as pale as the horse.
馬なんて初めて作ったけど、筋肉がちょっと難しいな。
Bro, you cannot get away with this.
時間なかったからしょうがないけど、なんか地味だよな。
いいんだよ、授業なんかで派手さ見せなくても。
This is a work of art. The tail's a bit fucked, but everything else that she could use her tiny nimble fingers to produce something this masterful so quickly. It felt as if I'd witnessed some kind of sorcery. Kyrie,
なんだ急に。
how are you all so talented?
別にうまくねえよ。撮影のテストくらいにしか使えないぜ、こんなの。
Test shot?
爆発に使う火薬量を確かめるのに使うんだ。
You're joking. You should make something this spectacular just to blow it up?
だからよくできてねって。ギドの作品見てこいよ。
I mean, okay, yeah, but bro, I keep saying bro, how you they all say it's shit because they're comparing it to the fucking Renaissance artists, the fucking prodigies and during the Renaissance. Guidos, of course your sculpture's gonna look shit next to the statue of David or fucking the Thinker.
彫刻だったらギド先輩の右に出る人はいないから。
美術回廊にも展示されてるくらいだしな。あの人はすげえよ。
Is that so?
絵画なら琴葉さんも並ぶけどね。映画なら私。
他に誰が撮ってんだよ映画。
Yeah, which means she's the best. If I'm being honest, Kyrie's craftsmanship is neither good nor bad. I'd say she's pretty average. I'll take it. In comparison, Guido and Kotaha seem to excel beyond every other student here.
あら、ちょうど時間ですね。皆さん無事に完成しましたか？
Wait, how long are these classes? Because I'm assuming they're an hour long, right? That's how long a normal class would have been, right? but like, it seems a bit quick.
どうしましたか、シュウさん。授業の雰囲気は掴んでいただけましたか？
What do you think? Yeah, it's painfully clear to me. What am I going to do? I'm not proud to admit I'm not good with my hands and I lack any artistic sense. Everyone's been taking such advanced art classes since they were kids. There's no one on my level. Our knowledge and experiences are vastly different. If I even attempt to fit in, I'll only end up at the bottom of the bottom. Okay, and this is what you do, right? Thankfully, there's only 4 periods, which means he gets more time to practice on the skills he's lacking, which at the moment, it is everything. There isn't a skill he's good at. So, that's why he's got the free time to, you know, do his own quote-unquote projects, which is basically just practice.
次の授業は人物画でしたか。休み時間の間に作品をしまっておいてくださいね。
A chorus of "Yes, sister" marks the end of the first period. It seems like our next class is here as well. Where are the other classes?
別のアトリエにいるんじゃないかな。何やってるのかは知らないけど。
There are others? I guess it makes sense. After all, there's only one art class after another. Most practical skills are taught in workshops or ateliers.
ここは第2アトリエだ。校内には全部で7カ所ある。
This is nothing like my old school. Do you even know your old school? The culture shock is real.
まあこんな感じで4時間目まで続くから。
Shut up!
退屈かもしれないけど見てってくれよ。
Shut up! Anyway, what were you saying again? I interrupted you.
まあこんな感じで4時間目まで続くから退屈かもしんねえけど見てってくれよ。
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, sure. I'm assuming I don't lose all hope. Assuming I don't lose all hope. In my old school, if you were bad at art, you could take refuge in some other subject. In this school, it's fine arts or bust. No, it's fine arts or I never mind. Why is Kirie so cute? I don't understand. I don't know. Will I really be able to cut it here? I gaze up at the blue sky through the window, lost in thought. There was windows? Was windows. Okay, yeah. Were
今日の
windows.
授業も終わった終わった。疲れた。
Castration?
お前何もしてなかっただろ
何を言う。デッサンモデルは立派な仕事だ。キリエの持ってたリンゴがいつの間にかなくなってたの。みんな気づいてたからね。
She ate the apple that she was meant to trace. Of course. I wonder what's for lunch. The grip I held on my sanity was tenuous at best, but I'd survived periods 2, 3, and 4, each one further reinforcing my lack of talent. Every student here seems to excel in the fine arts, with the only difference being their individual fields of expertise. It's like I've fallen into a different dimension.
では皆さん、お手を合わせてお食事前のお祈りを。
Who's Grace? Never mind.
今日はポークソテーか。お祈り前にフォーク持っちゃいけませんよ、キリエ先輩。
Grace. Alright, let's eat. Never mind.
固いこと言うなよな。
Since St. Aria Academy only has 4 lessons per day, we've returned to the dorm to eat lunch. It's unclear if this is school lunch, but considering I'm broke, I'm just happy to have food at all. No one's brought up the issue of money yet. There's tuition, of course, and then money for clothes, food, and board. I can't pay out of pocket, but there must be a way for me to make some cash.
おいしい。胡椒がいい感じ。
Hey, Yune. I asked Yune if there's anything I can do for money.
アルバイトってこと？
That's right. I realized I'm basically broke. I really need some sort of job.
別にいいんじゃない？私たちもバイトなんてしてないし。
Yeah, apparently none of you have parents either.
学生なんだから気にすることないって。勉強するのが仕事だよ。
Yeah, but you know he can't really do that. So, what are his alternatives? But my art skills are pretty much trash.
シュウはきっと単純に小遣いが欲しいんだよ。
No shit. That's why he's asking for a job. Did they not pick up on that?
なるほど。
Apparently not. No, it's not all. That's not it at all.
でも確かに自由に使えるお金がないと困るよね。
As long as I have enough to get by, then I'm fine.
いいこと思いついた。シュウ、
Shit.
私の映画に出てくれれば出演料をやろう。
As soon as I saw Kiria, I knew she was going to fucking bribe him with money. Am I crazy for finding Kiria's invitation to star in her next film suddenly very appealing? I'll just get blown up again.
俳優なんてそんなもんだよ。
なわけねえだろ。
How much is the pay, hypothetically speaking?
100ルインくらいかな。はした金じゃないですか。キリエの提案だもん。
爆破されてそれじゃ割に合わないにも程があるな。
I have no idea how to respond to any of this. As far as I can tell, how much is one ruin worth exactly?
その口ぶりだと州のいた世界じゃ違ったみたいだな。
Yeah, they use yen. All I'm familiar with is yen and dollars.
聞いたこともありませんね。
I see. To be fair, the issue at hand is fairly trivial. Getting used to the different currencies is normal when traveling to any foreign country. Well, yeah, but there's usually a conversion rate. This is not the case.
誰かお財布持ってる？
あるぜ。ちょっと出してみるか。
This is the money you use here?
これが100ルイン。こっちが500ルインで、これが1000で、これが5000。
Oh. How do you tell the difference?
鳩の書かれてるのが100ルインで、フクロウが500ルイン。
Just say the hundred ruin is a small copper coin. The 500 is a slightly larger copper coin.
1000ルインはアテネで、5000ルインはゼウスです。
Yeah, the 1000 is a silver coin and the 5000 is a gold coin. Makes sense. I say that, although the only ones that actually make sense are the dove and the owl. They look like foreign coins though, like ancient money from a long time ago. Well, considering that they have a picture of Athena and Zeus, you know, Greek gods, yeah, I can see that. What about bills?
紙幣？
Like paper money?
ありませんね。 コインだけです。
I see. No banknotes? You never know what cultural differences will pop up, I guess. How do you pay for big purchases without bills?
高いものは高いけど。シュウ、お前本当に記憶喪失か？しょっちゅうよくわかんない言葉使うけど。
That is true. You're right. I guess the situation naturally led me to remembering the existence of bills. Yeah, but what's the conversion rate? Well, okay, actually no. You can't convert them because they don't know how much a yen is compared to what was it called? It's impossible for me to remember the outside world completely unprompted. There's nothing for me to mentally grab a hold of.
シュウは何も知らないふりをして、実は外の世界から送り込まれた視覚なのかも。
That's why if you want to compare Ruin to yen, just how much is a bottle of water in Ruin, and then you can do the conversion rate. Because a bottle of water should be fairly consistent, right? You know what a spy is? Kirio seems like a huge fan of spy movies, but they're not my cup of tea. I keep feeling like the world is vaguely wrong, but I can't remember anything concrete.
でもこうやって話してれば徐々に思い出せるってことだよね。この調子ならしばらく生活してればもっと外のことがわかるかもしれません。んだな。
Thank you, everyone. There's still one thing I'm curious about. I feel uncomfortable asking, but isn't talking about the outside world taboo?
一応そうでしたが。
大っぴらに外から来たって宣言した誰かさんのせいでみんな口々に噂してるよ。それでも気をつけるべきだけどな。
Yeah. This is why you should not have said that you came from the outside world in your introduction speech. So this is my fault?
リリー先生も一応注意はしてるけど、しょうがないって感じだし。だって生き証人がいるんだもんよ。真相は追求するしかね。
It seems my mere existence is shaking up the town's core principles.
つってもオーロラ越えようとすんのは禁止だぜ。リリー先生が鬼の形相で飛んでくる。
ちょっと幼児、昼から不敬じゃない？さすがにそれはダメです。
悪い悪い。
I understand what pretty early means, but am unclear how it relates to this kind of talk. It's related. How it's related to this kind of talk. As always, it seems to be rooted in values I can't quite grasp, reminding me of the importance of treading lightly. Well, you've ruined that one.
ごっそさん、じゃ俺は部屋にこもるかな。
私もごちそうさま。お歌の練習してこよっかな。ごちそうさまです。シュウ先輩は放課後どうするつもりなんです？
Well, since he's not going to take my advice, I'm not sure. Me? I'm simply relieved classes are done for the day, but I wonder what everyone's plans are now.
放課後は大体の生徒がアトリエか自室で自分の作品作りをしています。特にこの時期は。
And that's why I'm saying, if Hugh doesn't want to lag behind, he needs to practice. What's so special about now?
文化祭が近いから。
A culture festival? That word is packed full of sweet adolescence. I guess the school has a culture festival too. Also, what do you mean sweet adolescence? You act like you're an adult, bro. You're in the second year of high school. at this time of year?
文化祭は毎年12月25日クリスマスにやるものなの。
Wow. In the outside world, it's usually held in fall. And then they're gonna be like, what's fall? Why are you falling? Never mind. Arts festivals almost always take place in autumn back in my world. But here I guess they normally happen in the winter.
文化祭ではみんなが制作した作品を展示するんです。町の人たちも大勢見に来ます。
Instead of a school-wide event like back home, here it seems more like an exciting town-wide festival. Plus, it provides a great opportunity for students to show off their skills. Sounds like fun. And the joy of Christmas on top of it.
一年のお楽しみって感じかな。
でもまあ楽しむばかりが文化祭じゃねえ。みんな今の時期は制作のラストスパートでヒーヒー言ってるよ。
Considering it's a culmination of all they've learned over the years, I guess that makes sense. Are the works on display all personal projects? Can you show something you've made in class?
個人のこともありますし、団体で作る場合もあります。もの次第ですね。
クラスで何かってのはないな。
I see. The class projects are completely separate from the festival. Very different from back home.
しかし、今年のクリスマスはいつもと違う。
なんだ
Kirie's film, I don't know.
なぜならそう。
Oh,
今回のアレア賞は、私渾身の映画が持っていくからだ。
I was joking, but okay. I see. So Kirie is presenting a film as her contribution to the festival.
そうそう。
But you still haven't found a lead actor yet. Yeah, you.
やばい。
I almost never see her teary-eyed. Apparently it's a bigger crisis than I thought.
頼むシュー。このままだと次の映画の主演はカカシになっちまう。
Well, if you can work around it, I'm sure he wouldn't mind getting blown up.
そもそもキリエの映画じゃアレイヤ賞は無理だろ。
無理じゃない。私の今の構想が叶えばいける。
The ARIA Award, is it like the festival's first place prize?
ズバリその通り。アレイヤ賞がもらえりゃアーティストとしての将来は確約されるようなもんだぜ。
Well, there isn't much of a future in this town. Sounds like an important award.
でも去年は義堂先輩の彫刻、一昨年は琴葉さんの絵画、今年もあの二人のどっちかって言われてるよ。
Sounds like fierce competition. I understand what Yuji meant when he said it's not all fun and games. Students work themselves past exhaustion to create something amazing and enough to win a prize that determines their future career.
今からでも間に合うから、シュウも何か作ってみたらどうかな。
Yeah. Why don't you make something, Shu? Me?
そうそう。せっかくだから楽しまないと損だって。
そういえば、私は2年生の授業を見てなかったので知らないんですが、シュウ先輩の専攻は何なんです？
Shu's specialty is having amnesia.
俺たちも知らん。
どうなんだ、シュウ？
What's what? My major? I ask even though I know perfectly well what they're talking about.
私なら映画、昨夜なら服飾。まあ何でもいいんだけどよ。シュウの専門分野ってやつはなんだ？
My expertise. If I had to answer honestly, I don't have one.
専攻がないんですか？外の世界は不思議です。
that everyone here is an expert at something is what's truly bizarre.
絵とか工作とか全部苦手なのか？
It's less that I'm bad and more like I've never cared enough to try. Even though this is an example of a culture gap. Even this is an example of a culture gap. When in Rome, though, well, you're in Japan, so...
ないなら探してみればいいんじゃない？
Just because the place looks like Rome doesn't mean you are... Never mind. How?
私たちもだけど、放課後はみんな好きなことをやってるから、週にもきっと向いてる分野があると思う。
Yeah, maybe it's music.
そりゃいいな。苦手なんじゃなくてやったことがないってだけなら、まだ見つかってないだけかもしれないし。
私は週に向いてる専攻を知ってるぞ。俳優。
The Ritz? I think you mean the Riz. Since he's the main protagonist of an eroge.
今ある分野から無理に探す必要もないですからね。どんな形でもシュウ先輩の作品は見てみたいです。
Everyone's looking at me. Their eyes aglow with excitement. They all have their eyes closed. Excuse me. Even though my skills are literal garbage compared to theirs, I can't help but feel joy at how high their hopes are for me. Okay, the thing I'm good at. I can't even begin to imagine what that might be, but we'll see.
作品作りに大切なのはインスピレーションだ。しかもそいつはいろんな作品に触れることで芽生える。
なかなか都合よくは湧かないから困るんだけどね。
Yeah, I also consume different forms of art, right? Like manhwa, visual novels, anime, live action TV shows, anime games. Oh, I've consumed so much different anime music. You know how it is. Inspiration.
困ったら私のとこ来ればいいか
Hentai,
ら。
exactly. Hentai games. You know how it is. VTubers. You know, all anime related. Fuck. As long as I'm okay getting blown up. Visual novels. Yeah, I already said that. And like that, my afternoon is set. Maybe seeing everyone's pieces will inspire me in some way. So, with that in mind... Who should I go see? Huh? Wait, I'm not expecting this save. Are we gonna do that? Who to pick first? This choice doesn't matter. I see. So what's the point in saving? Data locket. Okay. But Kyrie first. Alright. Let's go with Kyrie first, then... And then get blown up. Let's see. Where's Kyrie? Oh. She mentioned she'd be shooting around the entrance. Oh shit.
今んとこもうちょっとあたふたしてる感じが欲しいな。
Oof. Kyrie with the actors and film crew in tow is as lively as ever. There's less people than last time, but I'm still surprised by the number of folks willing to help her shoot her so-called masterpiece. Hey, Kyrie.
おーシュ主演を張る気になってくれたか？
Kyrie treats everyone the same and is easy to talk to. These traits make for a great friend, although I still hate getting blown up. Not quite.
なんだ。じゃあ適当に爆破させとくか。
I'd like to retract my former statement. Just to confirm your major is film, right?
だな。映像制作とも言う。
Yeppers. And the other kids here helping you out?
あたしらはみんな演劇部の一員だからな。
The school has clubs.
より正確に言えば演劇部の映画科だ。あたしらは舞台とかやらんし。
I didn't realize the academy had clubs. Hang on a minute. I just saw something important. They don't do theater or stuff like that. So, hey, okay. That could mean multiple things. Does that mean that theater is non-existent? Or does it mean that it's the film school that doesn't do theater, but it does exist? Right? Because here's the thing. She knows what theater is, so surely it does exist. I didn't realize the academy had clubs. I wonder if Sakuya was talking about this when she mentioned group submissions to the festival. Huh? So Kotoha is part of the acting club?
いいよ。ことねえはあたし専属の助っ人。
You're basically releasing a movie for Christmas. Christmas?
そうだ。一番キャパの広い第4アトリエを抑えているが。
You don't have a lead actor.
そうなんだよ。
The waterworks start up again, and I purposefully avoid eye contact. What are you filming now?
これは文化祭用じゃない短編映画だ。文化祭のための構想は別にあるんだけど。
Right. The opera thing you were talking about will be answered with Yune's choice. Oh. Could you star in your own film?
あたしは監督だ。そこは絶対に譲れん。
You say that like directors don't already star cameos in their own films, right? Quentin Tarantino is a good example of it. Taika Waititi is also one, right? I mean, the most notable example of a cameo would have been Stan Lee in every Marvel film except before his death, at least. It's a little bizarre how okay everyone seems with a director so obsessed with explosions. If you have access to the acting club, then why not get one of them to do it?
それがどうにもな。みんな主演は嫌だって。
Why are they part of the acting club? Why?
怪我するから。
Okay, it is because of the explosions. Come on. They're actors, not stunt performers.
それにだ。シュウ、お前はあたしらの思い描いていた主人公像にぴったりなんだ。もう他のやつでは対応できねえ。
Really, huh? Well, it's not like I've figured out my own major yet, so maybe I can help out from time to time.
本当か？
I find my resolve weakening, seeing the genuine joy on in her eyes. She seems to be in a jam, and if I can help in some way, then I will. Perhaps Kotoha finds your film fascinating.
ああ、そうなんだよ。
Did you even hear what I said?
よし、せっかくだ だし今度週にも私の映画を見せてやる。
Uh-oh. Sure.
ちょうど去年のクリスマスに上映したやつがあるからな。フィルムは私の部屋にある。
Your piece from last year's festival, huh?
今の私からすりゃ甘い部分は多いけど、それでも力作だぜ。
Whatever it's about, Clea Kyrie is incredibly confident about making films. I'm honestly a little jealous. And I'm sure it ends.
過去最大の火薬を使った。
Yep. I guess her methodology hasn't changed with time. Why are you so into explosions anyway?
愚問だぜ。映画の醍醐味って言ったらそこだろ。
The crowning glory? While there are plenty of Western films filled with flashy explosions, they're not necessarily a requisite for a masterpiece. Seems more like an obsession to me. Maybe it's a matter of different strokes.
私が初めて見た映画は最後がすんげー爆発だったんだ。それに惚れ込んでな。
And the first movie he ever saw was Transformers. The first one. So that's when you wanted to become a filmmaker?
まあな。
It's not like Kyrie to sound so lukewarm about anything. Maybe I'm imagining things.
シューはまだ見たことねえからわかんねえかもしんねえけどよ。私の映画にはがっつりファンがついてるんだぜ。
Is that so?
マジマジ。新作発表するたびにこっそり差し入れくれる隠れファンとか。
You don't have any fans. You don't have any fans. You're probably writing those letters yourself.
バカにしてんのかてめえ。私のファンは私に似て奥ゆかしいんだよ。
Yeah, my fans exist. They just go to a different school. So not the slightest then. I see where you're coming from though. And it's given me a lot to mull over.
楽しみに待ってるからな。お前がいないと次回作が。
Knowing how much Kyrie wants me, who is literally good at nothing, is exactly the boost I need. You said Yune next? Alright. I came to see what you were working on.
いらっしゃい。って言っても私しかいないんだけど。
She sticks out her tongue playfully. What are you crafting that requires you to be in the chapel? Shouldn't you use the atelier?
うん。普通はね。でも私の制作は正確に言うと制作じゃないっていうか。
What is your specialty?
私の専攻はちょっとみんなとは違ってて。
She hesitates briefly as she answers.
アカペラ。
Why is there a space between the A and the C in a cappella? Singing. Of course, the arts include more than just painting and sculpture. It encompasses music as well.
わかるの？
Of course, singing is a marvelous art form.
よかった。たまに認めてくれない人もいるんだよね。
Really?
そうだよ。だって歌なんてものじゃないし、チベッタにいた頃は専攻もさせてくれなかったからね。私にとっても初めてのチャレンジなんだ。
It seems like some Some refuse to consider something art unless it produces something tangible. Sveta must be the school she attended before Santario Academy. There's another school? Yeah, the middle school.
昨夜も桐江もみんな自分の武器得意なことを専攻にしてる。私の場合はそれが声なの。
Yeah, I mean, the first instance, the first time we met Yune, she was literally singing. So like, your voice, yeah, you know, she was a bit distracted, by her panties, so he couldn't hear her.
私がみんなに負けないって言えるのはそれくらいだから。
An amazing voice. No, it's amazing grace. In other words, she's regarded as second to none. As I ponder the meaning of her words, my thoughts are interrupted by a different voice.
ユネさんは七色の声が出せるんです。
リリー先生、
That's wide for a vocal range.
限界はあるけどね。
Can you imitate voices too, like Sister Lily?
私ですか？
多分いける。
I want to hear. Okay, hang on, Shu. I think you're you're projecting your fantasies onto Yune here.
5分。
皆さん、席に着きましたか？本日の礼拝を始めましょう。
Whoa, you sound just like her. I hope if I wonder if the actual voice actress was imitating Sister Lily's voice actress, or it was just Sister Lily's if it was Lily's voice actress that was talking.
なんだか恥ずかしいですね。
うまくできたかも。
Does this mean you can say weird things in Sister Lily's voice? Hang on, Shu. What are these fantasies?
何を言っているんですか、シュウさん。おっす、おいらの名前はリリー。やめなさい。
はーい。
She's angry.
で、こんな具合に声の調子を変えるのが得意なの。
Yeah, but that's different from singing.
あまりからかうと伴奏してあげませんよ。
ごめんなさい。ボイトレだと思って。
Accompaniment?
賛美歌の伴奏はね、リリー先生にしてもらってるの。オルガンは先生たちしか弾けないし。
Isn't a cappella normally sung without any sort of accompaniment?
それは違いますね。アカペラ。元は聖堂で歌うことを示していた言葉ですが、必ずしも無伴奏とは限りません。
Really? Or is that just how it is in this town?
あくまで教会で歌われる音楽のある一つの様式というだけです。もちろん無伴奏でも構いませんが。
Well, yeah, most of the time hymns are sung with a choir in churches.
今度の文化祭でコンサートをするの。リリー先生、忙しいのに伴奏してくれるって言うから。
Neat. It'll be like a collaborative piece.
そうですね。
でもよかった。シュウが認めてくれて。
は？
さっきも言ったみたいに、私の歌って受け入れてもらえないこともよくあるから。それがちょっと後ろめたいって思ってたから。
You shouldn't have to feel that way. Everyone has their own unique talents. except Shu. Actually, Shu's good at fucking. That's his talent.
うん。だから偏見がないシュウにそう言ってもらえて嬉しかったの。
She seems deeply sincere, but far more talented than she gives herself credit for. She was far more talented than she gives herself credit for.
私は一般的な美術はどれも平均くらいだから自分の声を生かすことに決めた。シュウにもきっと向いてる何かがあると思う。それがまだ存在する分野じゃなかったとしても。
Thank you, Yune. I'll keep searching. I hope I can find something that suits me, just like with Yune and her singing. Okay, that didn't answer my question with opera. Unless you're telling me opera doesn't exist because people don't because it doesn't produce something tangible. Opera is singing. Opera is more than singing. What do you mean? There's a reason opera. There's a reason a cappella is different from opera. I can't get into I can't talk about the intricacies of opera without. Well, it's similar enough. It is not. Okay, Kotoha. Kotoha should be in the 7th atelier. Aha! The atelier was the furthest away within campus grounds. It was fairly far. But she could usually be found here alone after school. How do you know this? This scene? Oh god. It's still voicing. Okay. See, here's the thing, okay? There's a lot of variations when it comes to opera, alright? It's not just all about singing. There's a reason people got bored of opera when it was all about singing, because no one wants to sit through a 3-hour fucking opera, alright? But the thing is that that's what was popular back in the day, right? Before people realized, hang on a minute, sitting through a 3-hour opera is pretty fucking boring. How about we shorten it? And how about we don't have everything just be singing, right? And that's how musicals were born. Essentially. Very, very dumbed down version of history, but still. Perhaps this is a perk for being so exemplary in her studies. I say to myself, half joking and half serious as I push open the door. Sorry for interrupting you. It was originally just singing. Well, yeah. But opera still had a plot. There was still a reason for the singing. It's not the same as a hymn. Sorry for interrupting you. I don't know if I already said that. As I step inside, the smell of oil paint immediately fills my nose. And there I see Kotoha staring fixedly at a sculpture in front of her in a way I've never seen before. Well, opera is probably undiscovered in this town then. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Considering that people shunned Yune for wanting to sing in her other school, that means that singing is not very popular. So opera is probably non-existent as well Maybe she doesn't know I'm here. She seems really focused. It's clear she's in the midst of painting. I'm assuming she's sketching out a rough draft based on the pencil in her hand. Her drawing portrays a rather buff nude male. Size-wise, it's more akin to the ancient Greek statue of Laocoon than an accurate portrayal. Oh, crap.
あれシュウ君いつからそこに
About an hour. I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bother you.
気にしなくていいよむしろ誰も来なくて暇なんだ
Killing time?
シュウ君は私に何か用
Not exactly. I explain how I'm wandering around campus in an attempt to find inspiration for a potential major.
なるほど専攻ね別に焦ることじゃないとは思うけど
I know. But I kind of do. Everyone is so ridiculously good at something.
シュウ君は前の学校じゃ私たちのしているような勉強はあまりしてこなかったんだ
That's true.
それじゃあ代わりに何を学んでいたのかな
Math, English, Japanese, geography, history, languages, math, cooking even.
ほとんど聞き覚えのない科目だね
Then do you know what 1 plus 1 is? Math is pretty important considering that's everywhere. So is Japanese, or well, English in my case. There actually are some specialized art schools, but where I come from, but they're fairly rare.
それでここに来て何かシュウ君はインスピレーションが湧いたかな
Not yet.
じゃあ実際に書いてみたら
Drawing? Yeah, I have. I'm shit at it.
やってみないと得て増えてもわからないからね
Listen, alright. I tried to use my graphics tablet for more than just Osu, alright? And it didn't work out. Her smile is so bright, it's practically glowing. I've heard how popular she is among the other students, and I immediately understand why.
リンゴなんかどうだろうデッサンの定番だし確かシュウ君はリンゴ組だよね
It's true. The name is so childish.
これが紙と鉛筆あ、イーゼルはいる机の方が書きやすいかな
It really is, though. Literally, the only times you would hear, like, the name of a fruit as a classroom name would be in fucking kindergarten. Right? An easel?
これ
An upright support for paintings. Oh, he didn't know that. I think the desk will be easier for me.
わかったじゃあそこで
Kotaha picked out these tools specifically with me in mind. In other words, I can't let her down. Okay, I'll sketch out a life drawing of some bread.
それは木炭デッサンだねそっちの方が良かった
Oh, good point. I'll stick with a pencil. There's no way I'm plunging straight into advanced drawing techniques.
それじゃあ私の椅子に座ってもらって
She's teaching me how to do what she was doing when I arrived. I wish my mind spent less time in the gutter and more time getting inspired. What do you mean? What gutter? Look, I know he's the MC of an eroge, but still. I finished my sketch. I finished my sketch. All done.
うん
It's shit. Oh, okay.
うん
Uh-oh. My heart is so bad it broke her. The gift of being truly awful. I know I'm not artistically inclined.
わからないよ。この何とも言えない感じが特定の層に受けるかもしれないし。
Look me in the eye and say that. It's fine. I was well aware from the very beginning. My talent might be considered average elsewhere, but here it's laughably awful. So Sakuya likes to work in her room and not on campus, huh? Well, you know, who do you think's gonna test out all her outfits except for her? Sakuya's room is on the 3rd floor of the dorm. Oh, not that scene with Kotoha yet. Yeah, I was worried when you were saying that scene because I thought that she would be like naked modeling or something. But, you know, it's the all ages version, so surely that wouldn't be the case. Since she lives in the girls' dorm, I had to sneak in so no one would catch me. Where's Sakuya's room? Since none of the rooms are marked, I had no way of figuring out which room is hers. Just knock on all of the doors, and don't worry if any other girl answers. Just keep going until Sakuya opens the door. That'll work out, right? Even considering that he snuck onto the 3rd floor. Up to, I mean. She said it was just around the corner.
先輩こっちです
Oh, here it is. It's right in front of me. I'm coming in. Why couldn't she have met me in the hall? The thought crosses my mind as I open the door to her room. And then...
いらっしゃいです
What'd I tell you?
先輩
I told you she was trying on her outfits. Her room is so vibrant. It is a vibrant explosion of color. And there Sakuya sits, plopped in the center of it all, like the queen of her fabric domain. The slut. Okay, don't say that. This is quite a room.
なんだと言われても私の部屋です
It's messy. By the way, your hair looks different than usual.
これはエクステです自分の髪で作ったものですけど
She made extensions out of her own hair. You make hair extensions too? Actually, I've never seen Sakuya with her braids undone. It makes me look at her a bit differently than before. Kana.
はあ先輩はそこのベッドにでも腰掛けててくださいちょっと他に座れる場所がないので
Is your room always like this?
服を作るときはこうです
Not the
ずっと
bed.
散らかってます
I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, it's the all ages version. What could possibly go wrong? Sakuya's major is fashion design. While not on the same level as the traditional fine arts, it's certainly breathtaking in its own right.
さくやはね服飾を専攻してるの言えばどんな服でも作ってくれちゃう
I didn't need a flashback of this. I remembered that she was into fashion. Speaking of which, I remember her saying she'd never seen clothes like mine before.
ろくなおもてなしができずにすみませんが
Don't worry about it. I'm the one who barged in. You're uninvited.
自分の選考を見つけるためですよね。
Yeah, because he's dog shit at everything creative. Yeah. I want to find where my talent lies, or at least something I really want to do more than anything. I've been visiting my friends. With my friends, okay. I'm visiting my friends to try and get a flash of inspiration. That fabric in your hand, are you using it for a new piece of clothing?
そうです。これは今度のキリエ先輩の映画に使う衣装です。
So Kyrie could walk in. It's a possibility. You're helping her too?
制服じゃない服装は大体作ってます。
It seems like a pretty important job.
私も奇抜な服を作れるのは楽しいですから。
It sounds like Sakuya, like Kotoha, is helping Kyrie out with her film.
こうしてデザインを考えて形にするのが好きなんです。それに出来上がった服を着てくれるのも嬉しいです。
Yeah, I can see that. It sounds like this field is the best fit for you, in more ways than one.
はい。
She beams at me, her dazzling smile stretching practically from ear to ear. Something that I love, that fills me with confidence, that I take pride in, something I can boast about. Your work is impressive, Sakuya.
すごい？
You're younger than me, and yet you want to do something, and then and you're younger than me, and yet you want to do something and then do it. That is a confusing sentence. I always thought it was normal for people, but never mind. Wait, what? I've always thought it was normal for people to only have a vague idea of their dreams or their strengths. Okay, there you go. Don't worry about the background. Nothing happened. But everyone here is so different, each with their own unique skills that define them.
褒め言葉は素直に受け取っておきましょう。シュウ先輩にはないんですか？
Talented at getting bitches. What? So if creativeness and imagination go hand in hand, why am I horrible at being creative? I don't know. Nope. Or rather, I haven't found it yet.
それを探しに来たんですもんね。
I believe Sakuya's proper title is something like designer. It's a field normally dominated by women, although most of what I consider normal is far from here.
シュウ先輩は何か着てみたい服などありますか？
Something I want to wear. Honestly, I've never been interested in fashion. I've never been very interested in fashion.
そうですか。あ、そういえば。
ん？
ちょっと手が離せないので、先輩、そこの棚の上から3番目を開けてくれますか？
Yeah. I pull open the drawer and spot a familiar piece of clothing inside. Hey, this is mine.
制服しかないと休日が面白くないですから。
Sakuya. I'm bad at being hands-on like drawing. Imagine he opened the wrong drawer. Okay. She's such a good kid. The kindness shown by the people here borders on excessive, honestly.
ただ、見たことのない素材だったので、あり合わせのもので賄ってしまいました。 違和感はないと思うんですけど。
I never would have known it was torn in the first place. I'm impressed you were able to do this with it this much with unfamiliar fabric.
そうですね。外の素材ってことになるんでしょうか。とにかく初めて見ましたし触りました。
Clothing in question was a plain t-shirt, the fabric unremarkable and bordering on shabby. It's only unique because it doesn't otherwise exist in this town.
大通りで古着なんかを買ってきてくれれば私がリメイクしてあげますね。
Really? That sounds kind of fun.
私もシュウ先輩に服を着てもらいたいです。
I can tell how much she loves fashion by the genuine smile on her face. I wonder if I'll ever have that dreamy expression on my face about something. It's a bit like discovering a part of yourself. As I place my hand on my chest, various thoughts race through my mind. Who does he call them? Who does he call them kids? I don't understand. Yeah, I don't either. I'm pretty sure that's everyone. But why does he call them kids? Yeah, I don't know. Kota has impressively detailed sketches. Yune's unique vocal talent. Sakuya the fashion designer who creates clothing with the wearer in mind. Kirie the film enthusiast. Thinking back, each one of them seemed to clearly enjoy what they were doing. I guess it's part of their schooling here, although none of them seem put off by it. Everyone is so brilliant and radiant. Rather than inspiring me, it further emphasizes how different I am from everyone else here. I was waiting for him to show up. Best girl so far, did it change yet? No, it hasn't changed. Eep. Ah, Gito.
みんなが眩しいということは金粉パーティーでもしているのか
That's not what I meant. I clear up the confusion.
なんだそんなことか別に焦ることでもあるまい
Koto has said the same thing, but everyone is so talented here.
そもそもシュウは外の存在なのだから無理にこの町に合わせる必要もないだろう今でもシュウは俺たちに伝わらない言葉をよく使うと聞いているだがそれがお前らしい
I'm not really doing that on purpose. Every encounter with an unknown philosophy forces me to react in a way that only further highlights my outsider perspective. But according to Guido, that's part of who I am.
俺も今まで見たことのない種類の人間に出会えて少し興奮しているよそのままでいてくれた方が俺は嬉しい
Okay, well, don't call him a type of human. Thanks a lot. You really cheered me up. Being quite the character himself, his ability to read others, especially me, is impressive. No wonder so many adore him.
実際あまり美術に向き合う習慣がなかったのなら一朝一夕で皆に追いつくのは難しい
It's true.
だがそれはあくまでも技術的な話だ
As he speaks, he takes something out of his bag.
センスとそして運さえあれば成り立つ芸術というものもある
That's... camera. not a digital camera, which I'd used more than once, but a slightly antique-looking camera, looking classic SLR.
俺が昔に使っていたものだ。今ではもうずっと埃をかぶっているから、よければもらってくれ。
He's really gonna get into photography. Huh? Are you sure?
インスピレーションから作品を作るんだろう。そいつはビビッときた瞬間にシャッターを切るだけで済む。とはいえ、その瞬間というのに出会うのが難物だがな。
Photography. There's no denying the skill involved in handling a camera and taking photos. Still.
そいつはさほど高級なものでも本格的なものでもない。操作なら簡単だから飯時にでも教えよ
う。Thank you so much. Through photography, I can create work that rivals handmade paintings, depending on the subject, of course. Still, I'm not quite sure yet, as evidenced by Guido's offer to teach me how to work the camera in the first place. Photography is more difficult. Is most definitely an art form. I just never saw it that way before. Well, I mean, yeah, cooking can be an art form too, right? The idea of producing art by capturing a scene instead of creating it hadn't crossed my mind.
別にただの善意であげるんじゃない。これは俺が週にしてもらいたいことなんだ。
From me?
週には俺たちにない視界がある。
Hentai is an art form, right? Yeah. It's just very sexual. The way I see the world.
俺たちが当たり前のように見ている光景も、週の目にはどこかずれたように映るのかもしれない。
You're probably right. The townsfolk here, the aurora is no different than the clouds in the sky, whereas to me, it's a glaring anomaly.
週の見る街を俺は見たいんだ。
From an outsider's viewpoint, right?
ああ、そのままでいいと言ったのはそういうことだ。
With camera in hand, I feel like the bar barring my entrance to the world of art is far less formidable. I mean, you know, he could have gone into authorship as well, you know, like writing a book. Right? That's also a form of art. I'll capture the town the way it is through the eyes of an outsider. I'm sure Guido, as well as everyone else, will treasure this photography. I hope, at least. Just thinking about it is getting me a little excited. Which part of you?
もちろん、他の分野を身につけるのも週の自由だ。だがそいつを忍ばせておくと面白くなるかもしれん。もし他に自分の専攻が見つけられないなら、文化祭には写真展でも開いてみればいいだろう。
Okay.
楽しみにしているぞ。
With this camera from Guido, I can express myself in my own way. November 30th. Friday. The organ echoes loudly in the chapel.